Rick, is this good for the NBA?
Thank you for not asking what I was doing in 2005. Appreciate that.
You're in college too.
No, it's not good. Look, leagues go through these transitions. You know, you have to find new faces, but it would be more beneficial for the NBA at this point if it was happening later, and if at least one of those faces, one of those familiar faces that draws a mainstream audience, was still around. Because we always like to see the succession. We like to see the king being knocked off by the heir presumptive or the heir apparent. And we're really not going to see that right now. And so, you know, what's the draw? For basketball fans, for us, I think it's going to be very intriguing to see what happens between the up-and-coming Minnesota Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets, and whether they can retain that, and what the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to show in the next round. But for the mainstream audience, they're like, wait a minute, LeBron's not there? Steph, the Splash Brothers are not there? Easy Money Snipers not there? Like, who are we watching? They don't have necessarily a specific reason to tune in, and that's why I believe that it's not ideal for the NBA to have all those established faces and names already out.
Yeah, it's like we're the people that read the book, and the mainstream audience is getting to the movie theater for the first time and trying to figure out who all these characters are.
Yes.
It's the pilot that has a lot of setup in it. Okay, I need all the background on all of these new players and faces, and they're from House what? Okay, I got to keep up.
Right, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's where we are right now. This is the setup for the next chapter of the NBA, and mainstream audience doesn't necessarily know who all of the characters are. And in a lot of ways, we are learning these characters as well, and how they're going to excel in these situations that they haven't necessarily been in before. How are they going to step up against the current champs? I think it's going to be tremendous basketball. We're going to watch some really, really great and interesting matchups, and I'm hoping for some really long series.
Yep.
But I have to agree with you. I think that there is something to the passing of the baton. There's something to knocking off the greats. There's something to feeling like, okay, this is the team that has now arrived.
Yeah.
And we know the team that has arrived in the Nuggets, and they are still alive. But we don't know intimately these younger teams yet, and what they are going to step into and what it's going to look like. So as far as I want to call it the mainstream audience, I will call it the casual NBA fan that tunes in during the playoffs, that's here to check in on who the superstars are. That might be a little bit difficult to not see who it is that is knocking off a LeBron, a KD, or a Steph, because they're so used to seeing them for almost 20 years now.
And I don't get the sense that Nikola Jokić, who you could technically say did that last year.
Correct.
Knocked off LeBron, right? Took the throne. That the casual NBA fan, or mainstream America, whichever you want to use, has fully embraced Nikola Jokić as that guy. And we're seeing him in commercials. I think he has a subtle, entertaining personality to go with the game. We consider him the best player in the game right now.
Absolutely.
But he's not carrying that water. For whatever reason, he is not
the face you're saying,
magnetizing the audience the way that LeBron, Steph, he's not capturing their imagination.
Well, I think his play certainly is, but I think any superstar is naturally polarizing in personality.
And he's not.
Well, are you saying like the face of the league? Is that what you're trying to get
to? I'm saying that with these guys gone, who's the face of the league? Who's the face of the league in the NBA playoffs right now? And the fact that we can't immediately point to somebody or even have a debate suggests that there's a vacuum.
Shai, do you think that it's good for the NBA that they're out of the playoffs right now?
I'm torn about this, man, because like basketball it's a sport where like you recognize the names, you recognize the face. Right, the teams, the Lakers, Celtics, like that was a thing, you know? And now you look at it, it's like, okay, LeBron, it'd have been better if LeBron James played, I don't know, the Timberwolves, right? Or okay,
or the Thunder.
Let's just say Kevin Durant. Okay, let's use that one. That's a better one. So if Ant-Man and Kevin Durant played, right? They played and he knocked them off. That was better because now it's like it's in a Western Conference Finals type of game. But you beat him in the first round, it's like, oh, okay, cool. So now when we go on, it's like, so SGA still there, right? Jokić is still there, Ant-Man's still there, but it ain't the same effect.
They're all unproven guys.
They're all unproven guys, and they're superstars.
Not Jokić.
And I think that they will be like the faces of the NBA and all that. But right now, you think of a Kevin Durant's not there, LeBron James, Steph Curry, they're nowhere to be found. It just takes the game is just like they're gonna lose from some viewerships. I guarantee that. I guarantee that. Like a lot of people don't want to watch his games. LeBron's not playing. Check. KD's not playing. Check. Steph Curry. So I would say I would love for it to be passed. The torch to be passed if it was like the Western Conference Finals type of game, right, against Kevin.
So you just don't like that it happened in the first round?
Yeah, because who's gonna watch it now? Yeah. My son is 12 years old, right? Now he don't know a lot about Ant-Man. He know who he is, but he don't know a lot about him, right? SGA, he know who he is, but he don't really know who he is. If I ask that boy, hey man, about LeBron James, he can tell you everything about him. Steph Curry, he started doing a shot.
Right.
Before I even finish his name.
Yeah.
Right? KD, that's his favorite player. We went to the game and made KD some stuff for him, talked to him a little bit. So my thing is, I'm just give you one part of it, a 12-year-old, right? The 15-year-old, the guy and teenager, the guy going to, like all them people they talk about, even Jamal Murray talked about how, when I was a kid, LeBron was like my favorite, right? And not saying that hero, like there's stars right now, but the real heroes is KD's, the Steph's, LeBron.
Well, we have marquee brands in the East that are moving on into the second round. We're looking like they're moving on into the second round. So
are we talking New York?
There is that. I'm not predicting everything yet. I'm just saying there are still some big brands alive. But I think this is the opportunity though for the next chapter of the NBA to step out and establish themselves. Those guys weren't always who they are. They had to go out there and win it and win the hearts of NBA fans. And we're getting to see the next chapter of these players being able to do that. So that's really exciting because I do think we have some unbelievable young players in the league with great big personalities. So this is their opportunity. So I'm looking forward to that. Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.